Because for us Filipinos, we use like, you know, the hangers. They use that, or like the belts.
Anything. Sometimes.
Like hitting or smacking their children when they're trying to discipline them. And
These families are above everything. Parents can whip their children with from cane made from the tail of a cow.
Really?
Yeah, you know how painful it is when they realize that their daughter is kind of like seeing guys, and they feel like maybe their daughters are kind of like engaging in illicit activities. Like I said, the extreme ones, they grind chili and insert it in the girls. Simply Promise and you. Hello guys, welcome to Simply Promise and you.
That's why.
I remain your wonderful host, Promise, Mr. International 2025. And this is...
I am Mariam.
And we are here in the Philippines. So I will say, Mabuhay, Philippines. So today we want to talk about something that that I have noticed here in the Philippines, in as much as some people are kind of like trying to downplay it. But let's talk about it because it affects almost everything. The social structure of the family. We'll have to talk about it. But if you're new to this channel, please make sure you like, share, subscribe. Always drop your comment under the comment section, guys. So today, I and this wonderful woman who also has her own channel. Can you tell them your channel, please?
Yeah, you can visit my channel at Meet Mariam. You can also visit the link on his description box below.
Thank you so much. So it's obvious she's Filipino and I'm Nigerian.
Are you sure I'm Filipino?
Yeah, I think you're Filipino. No, you're Filipino, it's obvious.
Okay.
At least if anyone looks at us, our height differences. Oh, sorry guys.
You're so mean.
Don't feel bad. I'm just trying to.
Okay, Filipino subscribers, please unsubscribe.
Okay, don't mind her. So today, let's talk about something that it happens back home. I'm Nigerian. I am an African. There are certain things that we share or we have in similarities with Filipinos. So we'll talk about them. One of them is corporal punishment. We'll talk about it today. So for those that might be like, what is corporal punishment? Or for those that it might be their first time of hearing corporal punishment. So I would like to define what corporal punishment is. And I will ask Maria to read it for us, please.
The highlighted one?
Yeah.
Okay, corporal punishment, also known as physical punishment, is the use of physical force to punish or discipline a person, typically a child.
Thank you. So you guys understand what I'm talking about. So we want to talk about corporal punishment here in the Philippines. I should just describe it. And let us want to put these caveats out. This video does not promote any form of violence or any abuse on children. But we want to highlight the dangers of corporal punishment and relate it to these local demographics here in the Philippines. So we want to talk about this corporal punishment here in the Philippines. What is it like here in the Philippines as a Filipino?
Okay, as a Filipino. You know what, guys, it's very like a little hard to say some things about this topic because for me, in my personal experience, I've also experienced that corporal punishment. I can't deny it. And it's normal here in the Philippines. I can say that it's normal. Parents are mostly using like hitting or smacking their children when they're trying to discipline them, and for them it's okay. It's like a form of disciplinary action, just a disciplinary action. But some of the like modern or younger parents right now here in the Philippines, they're also trying to have like an advocacy against it. They're like applying like a soft parenting. So it's like, it's kind of dying, but it's still there. So how about you in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, it's almost similar. It's almost similar. You know, like I said, we share many similarities. We both come from conservative nations. Philippines is conservative, and Nigeria is also conservative, and we are family-based countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the hierarchy of the social structure, we place families above everything.
Yes.
And well, like we said, family is the basic unit of the society. So in Nigeria, yeah, it
You also
happens.
do that?
Yeah,
Like, what are the things that? Because for us Filipinos, we use like the hangers. They use that, or like the belt.
anything. Sometimes parents can whip their children with um, from cane made from the tail of a cow.
Really?
Yeah, you know how painful it is. And there are some parents, those ones that are very, very extreme.
Mm-hmm.
When they realize that their daughter is kind of like seeing guys, and they feel like maybe their daughters are kind of like engaging in illicit activities that are very, very sexually immoral.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, like I said, the extreme ones, they grind chili
No.
and insert it
No.
in the girls.
That's
You know what I mean?
so
Under the girls,
painful.
you can imagine the kind of pain the girl would feel.
Okay. But for this video, we're going to talk about our perceptions about it.
Yeah.
So, should I go first?
Yeah, go.
Okay. For me, I think having that kind of punishment, it's not really okay.
Okay.
For those parents, like especially those who had their children like back 1990s or early 2000s, it was okay for them. Like it's a normal disciplinary action, and I heard from someone. They also do that at school before. The teachers can do that before, but right now they don't do it in school anymore. For me, it's not really okay. Because there are some other ways to discipline your children.
Yeah.
But for me, if as for me, I want to submit to my future husband. When it comes to like,
Yes, you have to. Go ahead.
so for like in a higher degree of disciplinary action, I would let my man to handle it. Like if I can't handle it anymore with my softer parenting, I will let my man handle. But as much as possible, I don't want to hit my children. Because I've experienced that. Like, I'm not saying my parents or my grandparents are abusive, but like I told you, it was normal for them back then. I've experienced it, and then I realized that there are some like psychological and emotional effects from like hitting or smacking or whatever disciplinary action is that connects to physical thing. For me, I think I'm more of talking. Like I want my child, when my child does something wrong, I want to talk to my child alone in a softer way, in a gentle way, because that's the time that they would really listen to you as a child. And if, just like what I've said, if I can't handle it anymore, I will let my man handle it.
Yeah, that's good. It makes sense. That is why we keep saying that, just like you said, the family is the basic unit of the society. And for the family unit to thrive, there should be a two-parent household. Like there should be the man and the woman there. The reason why is for there to be balance.
Yeah.
Women are primarily tasked with the nurturing of the children, and men are primarily tasked with providing and bringing discipline at home. But bringing discipline, some people say it can be subjective. Bringing discipline doesn't necessarily mean using violence on these children. The reason why we can argue against parents using or soliciting for violence to correct their children or to punish them is that when you become violent to your children, you are kind of like repeating that cycle of violence. Now think about this. Let's do this. I know this might be very, very controversial, guys. I'm from Nigeria. She's from Philippines. And Nigeria and Philippines are both developing countries, right? Some people can say, oh, these two countries are third world countries. Now ask yourself this question. Since the inception of this corporal punishment, whereby parents have to hit their children, what positive effects has it had in the society? If children who have been violently been punished really change, then why do we have corruption in our society?
Exactly.
Guys, think about it.
Exactly.
If the reason why you are always hitting your children is to correct them or to make them a better person, then why do we have corruption in both countries? It means that maybe it didn't really work out.
Yes.
And like I said, when you continue to use violence, you are repeating that cycle of violence, and you're not teaching your children the importance of problem-solving skills.
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
So they will think that, oh, the only way I can resort to this is by being violent to this.
Yeah.
And what that does is that it can affect them intellectually.
Yes.
And even in school, when they are in school or when they have been in the midst of their classmates or their teachers, when they feel agitated or when they feel like they can't have things go their way, they will resort to violence. And one of the disadvantages of doing that is that it can affect your children psychologically.
Yeah.
And it will make your children to become distant from you.
That's the biggest thing.
And when they become distant from you, do you know what's going to happen? The person that offers them a form of relief of comfort outside becomes their beacon, or becomes their bed, whereby when they feel any form of violence at home, they will run to that person.
Yes.
And the disadvantage of that is that when they are facing personal issues, they will not walk up to you as their parents again. They will go to the person that they feel they can trust. And that is where children tend to learn things that one day you'll be like, I didn't teach my child that. How did he learn that? How did she learn that? The reason why they learn that, or the reason why they're acting like that, is because you forgot to be there in their life and you made them scared of you. And that respect they are supposed to have for you is no longer there.
Yeah, I agree with what you said, that they will be scared at you if you do that continuously. Because there's also part of me that, like, I don't want to, if there are people around you that have hurt you in certain ways, you will feel like a trauma. And the result is like, you really don't open up to them anymore. It's either you keep it to yourself, or you go to another person who is giving you the comfort that you needed and that you haven't received inside of your home. So I think that's one of the disadvantages. And just like what I've said, I also want to have this like a softer parenting style, since I think, like, in my own opinion, it will help me a lot on engaging or connecting with my future children. Because if they feel secured to like talk about personal things with me, then they would also say some things like, if they have problems, I'm the first person that they would ask for.
Yeah, that's very true. That is why we encourage you to, like, don't do that to your children. They are very, very fragile. If I should go scriptural with this, remember the scripture in the book of Psalms says that children are in heritage unto the Lord. This is what the psalmist said in the scriptures. So you can also practice timeout with your children.
Yeah.
That's another way of teaching them. That's another way of like punishing them for good. And since we are speaking about, since we are here in the Philippines and we are talking about corporal punishment here in the Philippines, now let us now highlight to you guys, what is the country, what is the Philippines doing about this? Yes, the Philippines have made some efforts to abolish this.
Yes.
Like the 2009 anti-corporal punishment, which prohibits parents and even teachers from lifting their hands on their children. And even Article 233 of the Family Code of the Philippines, it also, in as much as it gives substitute parents parental authority to handle children, like in the sense like children, when they go to school, their teachers take upon the role of their parents. But in as much as they are being given that role to act as parents, it also limits them, and it also forbids them from being violent or inflicting pain on children or being abusive on children. And even RA Republic Act in 7610, which is a special protection of children against abuse, exploitation, and discrimination. So these are some of the laws that the Philippines have made to see that children are being protected. So this is just our thoughts. So let's protect our children here. So, and for you that is reading this, maybe yesterday your grandma or your mom threw a slippers on you, right? And what do you do?
Very
Come here now!
Filipino.
Come here! So, that's
Yeah.
it.
Okay. I'm also thankful that you have also asked my opinion about this since I'm a Filipino and it's very relevant here in our country. And if you have any comments, guys, or your perceptions also that you want to share regarding this discussion, you can also put it in the comment section. And please like this video, share it to your friends and family. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to his channel. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
yes. So, like I was saying, don't throw any sandals to anyone. Ingat,
Yes.
guys.